I hope you've truly enjoyed your tour of the Whisper Gallery. I enjoyed showing you around, and we do have one final piece of art. It is one of our newest acquisitions, and it is a wonderful ending to our tour. So if you'll step this way, you will see this beautiful sculpture of a face. It's quite exquisite. This is a piece by JessicaCross, and it is the only piece you will find in our gallery that encourages you to touch. It is a multi-sensory experience, and so you will be able to touch the sculpture. Don't touch it quite yet. Let's discuss it first, and then we will take turns so that you really get a chance to experience this art piece fully. So gather around so you can see the sculpture, and we'll begin just by examining the piece. So you will see the absolute beauty of this face. Look closely at the eyes. It's as if the sculpture is looking only at you. Yes, some people say they see a bit of a twinkle in the eye. It's quite appealing. Absolutely stunning. And look at the nose. Yes, it's interesting. It is a little, the face is a bit asymmetrical, which is what makes it, I think, quite as beautiful as it is. I think perfect symmetry would seem very abnormal, as most faces don't actually appear that way. So, look closely at the nose and how it connects with the mouth, a very sensual mouth. Take in the sculpture with your eyes, the shape of the face, the hair, and how it complements the face. And you will notice that the face and the hair and the neck are not entirely smooth like skin. And that is because there are different textures all throughout the face. So once you begin to touch the sculpture, you will notice that some of the face is rougher, some is very silky smooth, some is warm, some are cold. There are all different textures, which is just part of the experience with this sculpture. The hair also does not all feel like natural hair. There are different textures in that as well. So you want to make sure that you touch all the parts of the face to get the full experience of all of the different aspects of this sculpture. And then finally, you will notice that hanging there are also some brushes, as this is an auditory experience as well. So you can take the brushes and brush them on the different parts of the face and even the hair, and hear the sounds that the different textures make when they are brushed. So I won't hold you back any longer. So if you would like to form a few different lines, so one that's facing the face straight on, and then one on either side that can start on the hair, and take a few minutes on each side, and then allow another guest to try, and you can always return back to the line, and we will end our tour here. But take as much time as you would like, and I'll continue to explain the piece as you begin to explore the sculpture with your hands. So you will see when you stroke across the forehead that there are different textures on different parts of the forehead. It's a bit unexpected, feels a bit strange, as you expect it to feel like skin. And parts of it do, but not all. And if you go around the eyes, touch the eyebrows. They are beautiful eyebrows. And across the eyelids. It's not always something that an actual person would let you do. So it's very nice in the sculpture to be able to fully explore the face. I like to do a figure 8 around the eyes to feel the different textures. Make sure to touch the temples, as those have interesting textures as well, and the hairline. And really look closely. You can get a close personal experience with this face, as you often can't do with another person without making them very uncomfortable. So take this time and shift when you are ready, and a new guest come forward. You want to make sure go down the nose. Either side of the nose there are different textures, and across the cheeks. And make sure to feel the ears. The ears have several different textures. So make sure to massage all around the outside of the ears. Yeah, you can even kind of go into the ear again. The sculpture will not complain, and there are different textures in there. It's interesting, isn't it? And back to the cheeks and around the mouth. There's a distinct outline to the mouth in all different textures, and across the lips, and all along the chin, and even down the neck. if you want to touch the hair, yes, there's lots of interesting textures in the hair. Yeah, I find it's very soothing to just run my fingers through the hair of this sculpture periodically. With all of this contact, the sculpture will wear out eventually, so we're very lucky to have it, as it will not be a traveling piece. It just can't withstand that much contact. So it's very exciting to have this sculpture here at this time. And she does have others like this in the works. So there are others at other galleries that are of hands. And so you can touch the hands, and there's different textures all along. And I believe that one with the hands even have some smells associated with it. So the hands are kind of hovering over a sculpture of some different foods. And there are different smells associated with the foods, but they're not always the correct smell for the food that appears in the sculpture. It's very interesting and very disorienting to have a sculpture of an apple and it smells like rotten eggs. But it's very interesting to kind of, you can sort of hold hands with that sculpture. The fingers are separated and you can kind of interlace your fingers. It's a very intimate experience. We don't hold hands with strangers very often in this culture. And in this culture, holding hands is a very intimate activity, so it's not always the case everywhere, but here definitely has a certain connotation, and so it feels very strange to be holding hands with a sculpture. Now, if you want to try, remember there are the brushes that are attached that you can use on the hair, or you can use on the face. And some are small, some are a bit bigger. And this is really about sound. So, using the brushes on different textures and seeing the different sounds that they make. really play with the sculpture. I can often stay here for an hour just playing with the different brushes. And touching the face. And just kind of outlining the different features with the brushes. I really enjoy it. I've had a lot of fun with this sculpture. I think it's just beautiful to begin with, but then to be able to have an interactive experience with it. It's just a new level to enjoying art. Maybe she'll come out with one at some point that has different tastes. But I think that one would definitely be time limited. Yes. And the tour is over at this point, so if you want to stay with the sculpture, you can. If you want to return to some of the other exhibits, feel free. Thank you so much for coming to this tour. And I hope you really enjoyed the Whisper Gallery. We're very happy to have you here. I'm very proud to be able to show off the artwork that we have here. So, feel free to keep shifting around the piece, trying out different brushes, and just make sure to shift and allow other people some time. I will be nearby. We do tend to have a guide near this one just to... I don't think people do it intentionally, but I think there are some that are so drawn to the piece that they lose track of time and don't shift away to let others have a chance. And so we do have someone who monitors periodically, so I will be nearby if you have any